Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Mia and today I am back with another chatty advice video. This time the theme is going back to school. Obviously I feel like it's been a really long time since school's even been mentioned because of the whole pandemic situation, but I've had a lot of requests to do a video like this, so that's what I'm here to do today. And I asked you all some questions on Instagram, so I've got some really good ones that I'm going to be answering. So hopefully you enjoy this video, and if you do, please remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell to make sure you miss none of my future videos. Remember, I post every Wednesday and Sunday at 8:30 PM, so be sure to tune in for that. And if you want to know all of my advice for going back to school, then keep on watching. So let's get straight on into it. So I did get quite a lot of questions, but I'm just answering the ones that I really think will be helpful. So first off is year 7. So someone has literally just put year 7, so I'm assuming they mean for year 7 people going in, first time, what to do. We've all been there, or we will all be there. I just think it is an important year, obviously, because it's your first year in high school, everything's new, everything's different, and I just think really focus on it, okay? You know, year 7 is about making a good first impression, picking up everything, you know, just getting to know the school, the teachers. So honestly, it is a really important year, so definitely focus. Obviously, don't put too much pressure on yourself in year 7 because as important as it is, it's not the most crucial year. So, you know, I don't want to be influencing any bad behaviour or anything, but all I'm saying is, you know, try and enjoy year 7 because that's probably the easiest year. After that it all goes a little bit downhill, I'm not gonna lie. It gets harder and harder each year, but just make sure that you keep your head screwed on in year 7, you make a good first impression with the teachers, because honestly that is very important. Teachers never forget a first impression, trust me. So make sure you make a good first impression, you're nice, you're polite. Honestly, it is so important. It is so important. Try and stay out of trouble, especially in year 7. Like I say, first impressions, first year, first impressions are just so important, and they'll help you in the long run, trust me. So always do try and keep on the teacher's good side, it will help you. And just try not to put too much pressure on yourself. You know, don't make yourself too nervous, just walk in confident as can be. Honestly, trust me, my first day in year 7 I was a nervous wreck, but I'm trying to advise you, do as I say, not as I do. So yeah, just try and be as confident as possible. Don't be cocky, don't be cocky like you're the new ones. You're gonna get taken the mick out of anyway, probably, I'm not gonna lie. You know, the year 11s will look so scary, but don't worry, because just think one day you're going to be them year 11s looking at them new year 7s that were once where you were. So yeah, don't worry, don't put too much pressure on yourself. Try and enjoy it and make good first impressions and get to know all the teachers as much as you possibly can. Do as much as you can in the first year in every subject that you can, and yeah, just try and enjoy it, but stay focused because it is important. Someone has put making new friends. So making new friends is actually, it'll be a lot easier than you think, honestly. I remember when I went in to high school, I went in with most of my primary school friends, and to be honest, now, do you know what? The thing is with making friends in school, it is important, but you know, they're not always, don't stress yourself out about friends too much because it's really not going to be that crucial in your life. I went in there, you know, you find a good group, you stick with them, but don't put yourself on the line for your friends too much is all I'm going to say, because, you know, when you go into school you think, oh yeah, these are my best friends. just think, am I still going to be friends with these people at the end of the year? Because I can tell you now, I only really speak to two, maybe three people that I went to school with, like that I'm close with. And one of them is someone that I've grown up with since I was really young, like literally primary school, nursery, everything. And we are still together, but that doesn't always happen. So all I'm going to say is, yeah, high school can obviously be a great place for social life and stuff. However, you are there for one thing, which is education. So definitely put that first. Don't put yourself on the line for anyone. Don't get in trouble for anyone. And this is another great piece of advice. I don't know about in your schools, but in my schools, in certain classes, like, you could choose your own seats. So if you can choose your own seats, honestly, don't sit with your friends. And if you put in a seat where it's not next to your friend, don't be annoyed, because honestly, it's for the best. It really is. Unless, like, even if you're quite sensible, honestly, I used to think it, and then when I used to sit with my friends, it used to just be a distraction. You could never get the most out of the lesson. So honestly, please take that as a piece of advice. It's super crucial. Put yourself first, put your education first, do your work, and then after school, do what you want. But just stay focused while you're in school. But yeah, making friends, honestly, when you get into school, you'll have your form. You can't not make friends in your class. You literally can't not make friends. And then you'll still, I'm sure, the majority of people will know people from their old school. But if you don't, honestly, you will make friends so easily. In all your classes, you're forced to gel, so you can't not make friends. So do not worry about it. Don't put too much pressure on yourself. Just see who you naturally attract and who you're naturally drawn to. Start up a conversation. How are you? Ask for the number, Snapchat, Instagram, whatever. And then you just get to talking. And honestly, it's as easy as that. It's really not as complicated as many people think. But it is a big step. It is a big step for people, I do know. So just take it as it comes, honestly. See where it goes. You know, not everyone will be for everyone. So if there's someone that doesn't particularly like you, don't force it, because you know what? It's fine. It's fine. You're not everyone's cup of tea always, and not everyone is your cup of tea always. So this one actually makes me really sad, but I completely understand. So someone's put, being in a class full of boys when you're self-conscious. Been there, done that. Okay. So this does, like I say, make me really sad that someone even has to ask this, but it's life. We are in 2020, but we're still in this situation. So, I'm not gonna lie, I literally have been there and done that, like, many a time, and it's not nice. It's not nice. It really isn't. And it's sad that we have to be put in that situation, but we do. So we just have to learn how to cope for it. So the advice that I can give you, off my own personal experience, is ignore them. Like, literally pretend that they're not there, because if you start turning around and being like, oh, stop it, or whatever, if they're trying to wind you up even, or just act like they're actually not there, because boys can't handle rejection. Boys are so bad at handling rejection, or, you know, people ignoring, they can't handle it. So just do that, ignore them, and it'll send them crazy, because they'll be like, why is she ignoring me? But then, because they can't handle rejection, they don't want to keep going at it, so they'll just leave it. Honestly, they'll drop it. So ignore them, act like they're not there. Don't rise to it, as hard as it is, and I know you probably will a few times, because I certainly did. I certainly rose to it a few times and told them where to go once I built some confidence up. And sometimes that's a good thing as well. But do you know what? Make sure, you know, if you feel very uncomfortable, and I mean uncomfortable, not just self-conscious, I mean if they're making you feel uncomfortable, go to the teacher. End of. Because that is not a situation you should be putting yourself in, or that you should have to be put in. So if you feel that uncomfortable, please do tell the teacher, because it's not on. Boys are idiots. You have to learn and live with that, unfortunately, because boys are never going to stop being idiots until someone teaches them. And unfortunately, we've not come up with a solution for that yet. So we do just have to learn to live with it and cope with it. But like I say, there's a line, and if they cross a line, just you tell the teacher, end of, or go home and tell your mum, whatever. Like, don't make yourself feel uncomfortable, don't make yourself feel self-conscious, because we are all beautiful women. So never put yourself down, okay? We are all beautiful, no matter what anyone says, honestly. And another thing, let me just tell you, while we're on the subject of boys in high school, don't feel like you need to be in a relationship in high school, because I tell you what, I wasn't ever, apart from when I was in Spain, but it wasn't really the same there. But honestly, in high school, don't feel like you need a boyfriend, because you don't, you really don't. And just think, like, be careful who you go for, because if you go for the wrong one, it can ruin your whole high school experience. I've seen it, honestly, and it's just not a vibe. It is not a vibe. It's not what we women need. So just wait till you finish high school. It's honestly the best thing, because then you'll meet people. Do you know why I say that as well? Because in high school you have to be there, you have to. Whereas when you leave high school, then you do what you want to do. Do you go to college? If so, where are you going? Because what are you going to do? Are you just going to start a job straight away? You need to know what path you're going to go on before you get into a real relationship with someone. Because if you don't have similar interests, and it's like they have no plans for life and they have no ambition, and you have already got a job, you're planning to go to uni, whatever, it's not going to work. It's literally not going to work. Let me just tell you that straight off the bat. It's not going to work. So save yourself some heartbreaks, save yourself some tears, and just wait. Honestly, it's just not worth it. Boys are not worth it in high school. I'm not even going to lie to you. Like, that's just my personal experience. Don't get me wrong, I know some people are in happy relationships from high school, but I'd literally say like 8-9 times out of 10 that you don't stay together. You don't. So just honestly, wait till you're in college or uni. You'll meet someone there, you'll meet someone anywhere, but just don't take your focus off school for boys. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, and I would not recommend it. So someone's put how to stay on top of things and keep organised. So do you know what? Actually, I'm a planner. Like, I need a plan. So it's like, even when, I swear to God, no joke, if I go out like on the weekend or whatever, if I go out with my friends, I have a plan. Like, full on. I'm one of those people that I just like booking things, because I like to know that I've got it planned out. So I book it 2 weeks in advance, whatever. So I'm not very good with last minute plans, because then I have to schedule when I'm doing my hair, then my makeup, how many days before do I need to tan, when do I wash my hair. You know, honestly, I'm a planner. I am a full planner. And you know what, it's not a bad trait, especially when it comes to like school and stuff, because if you just create a bit of a plan, like a weekly plan, get your homework, say, yeah, before this date, don't leave it last minute, honestly. Please don't leave it last minute, because it's the worst thing ever. Like, I know you probably will do one day or whatever, but please try not to leave like homework and stuff last minute, or projects, because it's not worth the hassle. It's really not. And then you're just going to get in trouble, and then you won't even be happy with your own work, which is not good, because if you're not happy with your own work, do you think your teacher's going to be satisfied with it? No. So just honestly, it's how many years are you in school? Year 7 year, 8 year, 9 year, 10 year, 5 years. 5 years, yeah, it really isn't that much. I know it might seem like it, but it really isn't. Like, once it's over, it's over, and that's your future then. So make a plan. I know you might not have your whole life planned out yet, which is completely fine. Do not worry about it. But to keep on top of things and just stay organised, just make sure you've got your homework done on time. Make sure before you make plans to go out, you make plans to finish off any work. Do a bit of studying here and there, especially like if you are going into like year 9, year 10, year 11. Obviously year 7 and year 8 are sort of your build up years, and then when you get to year 9, that's when things are like really serious, I feel like. So definitely just make things scheduled, plan, make sure you've got your homework done by this date, don't leave it last minute, and then you can go out and enjoy yourself. Like, honestly, just please try and plan ahead, because it will save you so much time, it'll save you so much worrying and hassle. It'll be worth it, trust me. And the last question I'm going to answer today is, have you got any tips on how to stay motivated in lessons that you find boring? So this is honestly not an easy question to answer, which is why I saved it till last. Because for example, I used to hate geography, and I mean, I hated it. I just to this day I don't get it. Like, whoever chooses geography for GCSEs, I really just don't understand it, because I just had no concentration level in geography. But I just managed to sort of zone myself in. I feel like I was that bored that I'd just listen. Because you know what, honestly, like, I know this might sound stupid, but I did find sometimes that the most boring lessons I actually didn't do too bad in, because it was that boring, like, you just listen, but it'd actually be going in. So it's not that I couldn't do it, it's just I found it boring. So just stick with it, honestly. I know it's really boring, and it seems like it's 3 hours long, a lesson, but just keep at it. And do you know what, like, when you get to, what is it, year 9, is it year 9 now where you choose your GCSEs, or is it year 10? I can never remember. Like, you only have to do certain subjects for so long, and then after that you don't have to do it if you don't want to. You choose your GCSEs, so yeah, like, just stick with it for 2-3 years, like, and then that is it. But you honestly, just because it's boring doesn't mean that you're not good at it and you're incapable of doing it, because that's not the case. You just sort of put yourself in that mindset. But when you actually sit back and just think and just actually take something from the lesson, then you'll actually realise that it's not that bad. But I do know it's difficult, so just try and keep at it, try and keep in tact with it. Make sure you're not absolutely getting distracted in class because you're bored. Still stay focused in class. That's the most important thing. Listen, I know it's not easy, I really do. I've been there, done that, honestly. I know there's some subjects that are boring, some teachers are boring, I get it. But like I said, it's 5 years of your long life. So just think, is it really that bad? Because when you come to think about it, it's actually not. And the chances are that a lot of people tend to actually miss school when they finish. I'm not gonna lie, I don't really miss it at all, but some people do. So, you know, enjoy your years while you're there, make memories, but stay focused. Honestly, I can't even stress it enough. I think that's one of the biggest things that I want you to take from this video, if you're watching it. Just don't put yourself last, just don't put anyone else before yourself in school. And I said, put yourself first, put your education first, and put your future first. Do not let distractions come and take over. It's not worth it, it's really not worth it. So, but you will get used to it and you'll learn and you'll make mistakes, but it's okay, because that's what happens, guys. You live and you learn, you make mistakes, and then you fix them, and then you'll probably make a few more, and then you'll learn about them ones as well. You'll fix them, and then do you know what? You'll probably make some more. But it's okay, because we're all human and that's what happens. But yeah, that is as much advice as I think I've got today. So hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, please remember to like, subscribe and hit the bell to make sure you miss none of my future videos. Remember, I post every Wednesday and Sunday 8:30 PM, so be sure to tune in for that. And please let me know if there's anything else I can help you with down in the comments. I'm always checking the comments box, so please make sure to let me know any other questions, any piece of advice. If there's any more advice videos you want me to do anytime soon, let me know. But yeah, I really do hope you've enjoyed this, and I hope that it's helped you out. I just want to say one big last thank you for watching, and I shall see you all in my next video. Bye guys.